My guest today is none other than the track and field legend, Bob Beamon. Bob, I want to ask you, um, who do you think would have had a birthday 2 days ago, the 16th of the month? He is Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson was in the Olympics in Mexico City, so you should know a little bit about it. But how are you today, Bob? And where are you in the world?
Well, first of all, it's been a wonderful experience making sure that we got this interview today. And I want to just thank you guys for the opportunity to have this honor to be on your show and to talk to the citizens of the Bahamas. And so you spoke about Tommy Robinson. Well, I think Tommy is probably, just to make one brief comment and then I'll go to your question, is that I think Tommy is probably the beginning of the new era of what you would call track and field within your country. I think he had me come over a couple of times there just to promote the track and field and so forth. And of course, he being in 1968 in the Olympics, but also we had another gentleman who was my teammate in college, Leslie Miller, who is my good friend, or my good brother, as I would say. We also, my teammate also at the University of Texas at El Paso was Jerry Wisdom, who has since passed away. Those three athletes, of course, Leslie was in the 400 in Mexico City. But he had a fine career at the University of Texas at El Paso. I speak to Leslie at least once a month, and I know he's doing extraordinarily well.
The world knew about your long jump world record, and tell us about the competition there.
Okay. The competition in Mexico was pretty much tight and pretty scary because you had two gentlemen, Ralph Boston and Igor Tervanesian, that from the Soviet Union, from Russia, who basically they both held co-record holders, world record. Two co-world record holders was a Russian and then, and of course, the American, which was Ralph Boston. But you also had the British, the gentleman from Wales, Lynn Davies, who had won the gold medal in 1964.
Bob, I had the opportunity. He had the opportunity of seeing Tommy Robinson win the in Wales the Commonwealth Games, and that record stood for a long time. And I will have an opportunity to see him at the Commonwealth Games in England later this year, and we are great friends. Uh, we talk about him, and he said, "Man, I'm in the set of Carl Lewis." He was joking about that.
It's really good that you will be able to have the opportunity to talk with the great Lynn Davies, who is a Welshman from Wales, who did win the gold medal in 1964 in Tokyo. When you do see Lynn, please give him my best, and
Will do.
and and I'll probably see him somewhere on the circuit somewhere. But anyway, I've truly enjoyed, my relationship here in Nassau, and have some great friends there. Whenever you get a chance, please tell Neville Wisdom you give him my best. He's also a wonderful friend of mine.
We we
Also,
live very close together.
oh really? Oh,
Where he
beautiful.
lives, I live down the street from him.
Yes, just give him my best. And
Will do.
we are getting ready in October to be in Nassau. The U.S. Track and Field Federation will be honoring a reunion of the 1964-68 Olympic athletes that will be in Nassau. And this will be probably one of the greatest gatherings of all of the Olympic teams that has ever been assembled. And as you know, Tommy Tommy was just an athlete that came up when these athletes when we broke all kinds of records, and Tommy I know had to have been very pleased to have been in the makings of all those records that have been set back in '67 and '68. So as you said, he was in Great Britain, and he competed there. So I'm truly again excited about gathering. I don't know how many of you athletes are still left that were on that team.
Yeah.
From
So Tommy is gone, but 10 years
yes,
ago.
Tommy's gone. Is there any other?
There's Les Miller, and the only other one, BJ Norwich, is gone. He ran in the relay. But we had something to talk about, Tommy. At the AAU in Miami. I don't know if you remember that. That's after the Olympics.
I do
remember that, Bob?
Oh yeah.
Well, let me tell you about Tommy. Tommy and the manager of the team, Doyle Burris, my good friend, they were coming on going on the plane, and they saw a friend named Jack, and they hailed him, "Hi, Jack," and I think they locked him up because that was at the time of hijacking. And wow. it is something else. I mean, Tommy tells us about that. Going on the plane, hailing a friend of theirs who were going on the plane, also boarding the plane, and they say, "Hi, Jack," and that was it. You don't fool around with that in those days.
Wow. Yeah, that can be very scary. That
yes.
I'm glad everything was okay.
Now tell us about your birthday is so close to mine. My birthday is August the 24th. You're on the 29th. And what is so and you are 25 years old and from South Jamaica, New York. How can Jamaica be talking about United States? I joke about that.
Well, if I'm understanding where your statement is, how, in a small city of Jamaica, Queens,
Yes, Queens.
and where you know uh, their track and field was okay, but I became one of the lucky ones to find a sport that I could excel in,
Yes.
and that was track and field. And I was very blessed to have the fortune. I was fortunate enough uh, to really train hard and to find that specific sport or event that would be exciting and motivating to me. And those two events were long jump and triple jump. So I was uh, very happy to really show some ability that I was capable of earning a spot on the Olympic team. So I was very blessed to be in that in that era of long jumping and triple jumping, and particularly in South Jamaica, Queens, where I grew up. Uh, it's really outstanding. It's really incredible. As small as Jamaica was, I began to see what the world looked like as I was preparing to prepare myself for the 1968 Olympics. And so I toured Europe along with my teammate Ralph Boston, and I learned a lot, understanding what other countries were. Still had not, in '68, had not ever set foot on the grounds of the Bahamas, or I had not ever met Tommy. And so the closest that I've gotten at that time was uh, to have my friendship with Leslie Miller and Jerry Wisdom. And my understanding is that Jerry has passed on. Such an incredible athlete he was.
My good friend.
Yes, Jerry. Jerry was wonderful, wonderful people. And I was surprised that he didn't make the team. In '68, did they have a 4x100 relay team? Did y'all bring the
Yes,
4x100?
the 4x100 meters was done by somebody called Kevin Johnson. He one of the best, a young fellow. And then B.J. Bernard Nottage, who went to school in Britain, was a gynecologist. And then we had somebody who went to school in Iowa. I'm forgetting the name of the school, but he ran. And as it happened, Tommy had a challenge in running at that time, and that was it. Everybody just sat down and just about cried.
Wow. Well, I am have been blessed to have had the opportunity to hang out with some of the people in the Bahamas, and I feel very good that during my training in El Paso, Texas, along with Leslie Miller, I think that we both learned a lot about training and techniques and so forth. And so I see now that the Bahamas is just world class. They come out with some of the greatest athletes now. They say, well, how does this country, a small country like this here, produce such great athletes? Well, thanks to Tommy and to Leslie and them, thank you for promoting the sport so well in the Bahamas.
Bob, I want to say one thing. As time goes on, records go up. Les was the first Bahamian to run under 47 seconds in Mexico City. I think it was 46.9. And Leslie has a great grand. Her name is Shawnee Miller Rebo. And it is my belief she will break the world record in the 400 meters. Today, the 400 meters indoor will be happening. She is going to go to the second round and then the finals. And it is my belief that she is going to break the world indoor in the 400 meters tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning, because they're in Belgrade. And the Bahamas will be just enjoying themselves. And we have other people who can earn medals. So thank you ever so much. We call it, somebody from Stuttgart told us, the Bahamas, small country, great athletes. Bob, tell us about the world record, please.
Well, let's, I've enjoyed holding the world record for about 23 years, which I thought was somewhat impossible to hold it that long. But I do feel that it was an amazing jump at that time. But what's really interesting is that I still hold the Olympic record that still stands as of today, and I'm so very proud that I still can hang on to a record that is over 50, almost 54 years old. So I'm still hanging in there, and hopefully at the next Olympics in Paris, that when it ends, that I'll still hold the record. But if not, it is the oldest record in the Olympic history, and so I'm very pleased and blessed to have the opportunity to do that. But I'll be even more excited to see you guys in October down in Nassau, and we can really have a great party, and I'm sure that you'll probably see John Carlos and Tommy Smith and all those guys down there, and it's really going to be just a wonderful, wonderful reunion, and it couldn't happen at a better place than the Bahamas.
Thank you ever so much. I am sure the Minister for Tourism is excited about that. and the Prime Minister is excited about it, my brother. Looking forward to seeing you. And thank you so much. And I'll connect with you and Les in 2 weeks or so. Thank you ever
Okay,
so much.
you have a safe trip. Okay, all right.
Thanks.